It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go!
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Bob, then Nate, then Monty. Go ahead.
Bob Margolis, Yahoo Sports. Tony, a great day for you, great run, lots of good points, but a little disappointing. This was the one you were kind of looking at to break the winless streak and win, wasn't it?
Yeah, but when your car was really close. I mean, if we were off, I think I'd have been more disappointed. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the run today. I mean, I know that we just were a little bit off, but the guy that won never made a mistake and didn't bobble. It's hard to be disappointed with that because the good thing is that we're back on track and it's not all just about wins. I mean, there's a bigger prize at the end of the year than an individual race. So, the last 3 weeks have been good for us. The last 2 weeks to finish in the top two. I mean, there's a lot of guys that would love to have 2 weeks in a row where they could say they finished second. So, no complaints leaving. I mean, I thought if we could have ever got track position on Kyle, we might have been able to do something. I think if we'd have been leading when the red flag came out and our balance was like it was at the end, he would have got by us anyway. But I can't be disappointed with a second place run to a teammate like that. I mean, he's on fire this year. So when you have a run like that, it's hard to be upset with it.
Comfortable with the momentum now going in?
A lot more comfortable with the momentum for sure. I feel like today doesn't necessarily mean that next week when we get back to our normal discipline of running ovals that it's going to be on track and where we want it to be. But there's good momentum, and especially with all the changes this year and everybody thinking how disruptive it's been to our program. I think the last 2 weeks has shown how focused our team is on the job at hand. So it makes me proud of our guys and proud of our whole organization. I mean, to have Kyle win, us run second. I looked up and Denny was fifth at one point. I don't know where he ended up, but all three of us had good cars today. So it just makes you proud of the organization, and that you got a shot if we can stay in the top 12 now.
Nate.
Nate Ryan, USA Today. Tony, in addition to sweeping the road course races, Kyle also clinched the top spot in the chase today with 8 wins, 80 bonus points. It just seems like he doesn't have any vulnerability right now. Can you talk about going into the chase? Is he just far and away the favorite, and are you guys just hoping that something's going to happen between now and then that that team will start to phase?
Will you bet against him? Well, you answered your own question then.
I mean, how would you sum up his chase chances?
I think it's pretty obvious, Nate. I mean, when you got a guy that's won 8 races and he's running as good as he is, it's hard to not count him as a favorite right now. I mean, it's you don't have to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube to figure this equation out. I mean, he's on his game right now. I mean, he's having a dream year. I mean, you'd cut off one of your legs almost to have a year like he's having. He's just, everything's going right, and he's driving his heart out. I mean, the kid's up on the wheel every week and making things happen, and that's what you got to do to win a championship. So you build that momentum right now before the chase starts. It's hard to break that.
Let's go Monty, then Rodman. Go ahead.
Tony, I'm going to be looking for a rocket scientist who can do a Rubik's Cube. Then I think I might be able to handle this stuff.
I've used rocket scientist too much. You guys needed some fresh material.
All right, brain surgeon? Okay.
Nobody in here is a brain surgeon. Trust me.
I know that y'all were clear of the wreck, but when you were going down the front straight, did you think a plane had crashed behind you?
There was a lot of stuff out there, obviously, but it's all speedy dry, and they get the bulk of it up, and there's always that little bit of residue. But it was far enough out of the corner that it wasn't a major drama. It sure looked like a major drama when we came through there, though. I was expecting yellow tape to be strung around it as a crime scene. So, but that stuff's going to happen, and it sounded like from the spotter talking to us for the 50-minute red flag or whatever it was that we had there. Sounded like it was a pretty big mess there for a while.
Let's go with Rodman. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave Rodman, NASCAR.com. Tony, Kyle's got a little bit of an edge where he can go a little bit more wide open just for wins. You bumped your gap on 12th to over 120 points. Is there a point where you think you'll be able to just go for wins and try to get some bonus points between now and Richmond?
I'd love to be in that spot, but I'm afraid we're probably not going to be in that spot to be able to just go have that go for broke attitude. And you know, the things that you do that get yourself in the chase, you don't do things different when, you know, it comes time to, you kind of stay in that mode. But I mean, it's, if you have a chance on fuel mileage or trick strategy or something on a day that you might be a 5th to 10th place car and you got a shot with trick strategy to win, you definitely take it in his situation. You can take that chance, but for us, I think, you know, the important thing to our team right now is just the fact of getting back in the top 5 consistently each week, and if we can do that, then you know, that's the important thing for our team right now. We're just not in a position where we can take those gambles and take those risks right now.
Coble, go ahead.
Tony, Steve Addington kind of joked about we hadn't won in 3 weeks and we're in a slump, and the slump is finally over. Can you kind of, I mean, obviously he was laughing at it, but when he goes 3 races without a win the way he's had this year, it's almost like a slump, isn't it?
Yeah, and you love being in that position. I mean, I can remember years where we finished 2nd or 3rd, and I went home the most miserable person on the face of the earth because I felt like we should have won a race. And it makes a year like this year for us. It makes you respect those years that you have runs like that, and you have strings where you know, you're in victory lane a lot. So you know, it's a great position for those guys to be in. I mean, it's like we said a minute ago, it's a lot of momentum, and momentum is such a big key here. You know, in this series to be able to start the chase off on the right foot with a lot of momentum is you know, is huge.
And one quick question for Marcos. That was the first top 5 for the Wood brothers in more than 3 years, and obviously the best finish for Little Debbie. How much did that team really need that?
Well, I felt bad for breaking that gearbox at Sonoma because I think we were going on for a strong top 10 there for them. But you know, they've had a tough run. There's no doubt about that. And you know, I hope I can play my part in helping them get back on track. But the problem's bigger than one person. You know, this is a tough sport, and it's you got to be 100% committed and have the resources and everything behind you to make it work. So I hope they can turn it around, and it's just great that I can give them a bit of a lift. But like I said, you know, they got a long road ahead, and hopefully they can get it done.